stun on the gram, I stun on your man, I stun on your chick. Cause I get it lit, yeah. Cause I get it lit.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Pose Down. I'm your host, The Kid Plot. We got a special guest in the building today, Ifbb professional bodybuilder, Leland Devaughn.
901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died.
What up, big dog?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. I'm good.
You good? You look like you a little tired, man.
Get back in there, man.
Getting back in there. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me and doing this interview. So my first question is, how does it feel to earn your pro card?
Quite honestly, man, like I was saying this past weekend, it hadn't set in yet. Feel a little bit, I'm not feeling different, but, you know, still just trying to process, like, because now it's starting over, you know. You get to that top amateur level and then you earn it, it's like, okay, what's next? And next right now is to start over from the bottom and work my way through the ranks, so still catching on.
Word. So how many times did you attempt to win your pro card?
This was my third chance, 16, 17, and then this year.
Okay, what national show did you do in 16 and 17?
16 was Miami, of course, nationals, and then 17 was USA, which was on a whim around midnight on a Friday night, 12 weeks out, talking to some guys in the Facebook group and decided to do the show. And then just did a 12-week prep right into it.
Damn, 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So, do you have a coach?
Yes, I do.
Who's your coach?
Blue Taylor out of Oregon.
How long you been working with him?
Since January of this year.
And what would you say you experienced? Well, obviously you turned pro. So that kind of goes without saying. But besides that, I mean, you obviously have the genetics.
Yeah.
You have the base. But how do you feel he has been as a coach? Has he been what you expected or more?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I went with him because I always felt my legs weren't enough. Like, I know they were solid. Even in 16, David Bay made a comment that said that my legs are good, just need more sweep. Watching Blues clients on Instagram, even Dwayne, Clarina, and all these guys have legs. So I was like, that's where I'm lacking at as far as that final touch. And I contacted him one day on Instagram, just commenting, and he said, call me at this time, same day. And I called him, and we put a plan together from January, and there she was.
That's what's up, man. Damn. So I've known you for a couple of years now, about 2 years, I believe. And the first time I met you, I know the first question I asked you was, yo, do you compete? And you told me, absolutely, I'm a bodybuilder, and we started, we hit it off from there, me and you. How long you been bodybuilding for, though?
I've only been bodybuilding for 4 years, believe it or not. Started in 2014 after the NFL Combine. Somebody told me to do it.
How old are you?
I just turned 28 in September.
28?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Turning pro in your 20s is definitely a good thing because you got a lot of time to grow still, man. So, do you plan on continuing as a bodybuilder now that you're an Ifbb pro, or do you think you're gonna come in as are you entertaining the idea of classic physique?
I'm not so much as Blue is. In fact, as soon as I earned my pro card, I got on the phone with him. His first statement was, now we got to figure out if it's classic or 212. He knows that I want to do 212. I feel that with the time that I expect to take off, I can grow right into it and get on stage at mid 190s or so. But there's been some other things that we've taken into consideration as far as maybe doing classic and then getting to there. So right now, still just getting back first week. We'll figure out.
So he wants you to do classic, but you don't.
Not necessarily wants. He has another guy who, same situation,
Okay.
turned pro as a middleweight at USA in 16, Charles Curtis.
Okay.
Turned pro and went to 212. A little bit on the lighter side. He didn't place bad, but you know his physique was already a classic, so he went to classic the next year, which was this year,
Right.
and got two second place victories against two Olympians. So, and then he's going back into 212 after he does, I think, the Arnold this year. So, probably trying to go on the same path. He's probably thinking that same thing, but me right now, I don't know. I'm gonna have to sleep on it. But you know, if it's more so the right idea to hit the professional stage, period, and then go to where I want to be at, then that might be something to do.
Yeah, I think you know, obviously this is just my opinion. And I told you this before, but for 212, I feel like you got to put on another 20 pounds. Would you agree?
Yeah.
20, 25 maybe?
Yeah.
20 to be competitive?
Absolutely.
So what was your stage weight at nationals?
So I weighed in at 176 and a quarter on the nose.
Okay.
Prejudging, I was back up to what I was Wednesday night, which was 183.
Okay.
And then finals, I was about 184. So
Okay. And what's the cap off for classic physique at your height? Do you know?
my height, 5'6", I think is 180. So right there.
So you're right there.
Yeah.
So you're able to you can compete in classic physique. You just don't mentally want to do it.
I don't say I don't want to. It's more so, like when it first came out in 16, it was right there in my backyard. I could have went to, Junior USA's and competed in Class A and probably would have had a chance to go ahead and go against Keon. And the second place guy who I really don't feel should turn pro, but I could have did it there, but I was like, no, I came into this, for bodybuilding, and I went ahead and stuck it out and went to nationals as a bodybuilder.
Okay.
But I love posing. I love the classic look.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel I have the structure and shape for it,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to go for the gusto. So
I got you. I mean, because you got a real small waist, and that helps in classic physique.
yeah, it came down to 24 inches. So
God, 24 inches.
yeah.
Yeah, that's retarded. That's just crazy. God damn. Yo, so me and you were talking the other day on the phone, and we were talking about, the process of, how you got here as far as getting your pro card and all the obstacles that you had to go through. So now that we're on camera and we're live, what exactly did you go through during this prep? Even though I know it's not bodybuilding related, but I know you had some real life issues that you were dealing with. So what were the challenges that you had to go through in order to actually do the show?
Absolutely. Anybody can tell a story about prep. It's the same thing. We all suffer, we all work out, we all eat.
Right.
But when I got with Blue, I was in the middle of deciding on moving from Carolina. So I ended up doing that in February, already in the midst of, I want to say called prep, but we were growing. So I moved down here to Georgia, moved my whole family down here in March, and then got going right away. Was supposed to do USA, but the workload that I was taking on wasn't going to allow for me to really be ready. Then with that, so we kind of bypassed and pushed on to go to nationals. And then in the summer, somebody broke into my house. My family that came into town, and at that time that they broke in, my kids are normally home. Fortunately, they weren't home, and that kind of derailed me a little bit because I suffer from PTSD and bipolar disorder. So when things happen, it's like, I got a really short temper. So then with that, I had some other relationship issues that was going on. And on top of that, toward the tail end of this prep, and even so much as of today, still dealing with issues with a real tough scenario with a possible divorce in the way. So my prep, especially come September, was rough. Couldn't keep my stress levels down. The food and training was on point. Stress was so high that we tried to take drastic measures, massages, cortisol from Matt Porter, all of that. And my body was just fighting it because I was under so much stress, and then work made it worse. And even to the very last week, I didn't think I was going to make weight because I was so stressed out.
Yeah, I saw your stories. You were like within a few pounds, and then you'll go up, and you was like, damn, I need to be going down, not up. Yeah.
And I wasn't doing it, so we kept trying everything. We did fasted training, fasted cardio. We did fasted cardio plus 2 more hours of fast before a meal, shorten the meal windows, all kind of stuff to try to make sure, and then rest. But
I mean, you made weight by what, a pound?
no, I made weight right on the nose.
Oh, right on. Damn, yeah. Hey, that's how you. Hey, listen, you can't.
Flex Lewis.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. You can't ask for anything else.
Yeah.
You made it right on the nose. That's what you really want.
Yeah.
And then when you finally showed up on stage, you was above.
Yeah,
And
184.
that's what you want.
Yeah.
Damn, man. So that's crazy, man. It's amazing what. I guess when you really put your mind to achieve something, there's really no excuses.
No. And Blue said it when I talked to him a few times about what I was dealing with, and he said, man, anybody in your shoes would have quit by now. I said,
Exactly.
I don't know how to quit.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
That's what's up, man. So I know you mentioned that you felt like one of your weaknesses was your quad sweep, and then you got with Blue and you improved that. But now that you're an IFBB pro, what do you think you need to improve in order to be a successful IFBB pros? Because there's a lot of IFBB pros,
Absolutely.
but not a lot of successful ones.
Absolutely. I was thinking about that today on the river, actually. So I figured obviously continue to improve my legs. The bigger they are, the better, because me being 5'6", I'll be a taller 212.
Right.
So just improving the width, the sweep, the density there, but also make sure my back is thicker and much more detailed. I got to get back to the way that I used to train when I was training for football and training for the combine. Not that injuries got in the way, but at some point, I don't know what happened. I started training not less aggressive, but some days I would scale back to about 80%, you know. But with me, it used to be balls to the wall. I don't train with anybody. I don't care about safety. But something happened, and I just started scaling back some on some days. Almost like my energy wasn't there. But that could be some of the mental things not having the necessary focus. But with that, so improving my back density, the width, and my legs. I think my shoulders and chest are pretty damn good. And then just, you know, wherever we see fit, just and they keep my waist tight, of course. So.
Yeah, that definitely is gonna help the overall look for sure. So, are you planning to compete in 2019 at all?
No, I am not.
Okay.
One of my guys up in New York though is trying to tempt me because he lives up there, him and his wife, and some of the other people that I met with when I first started. He told me if I do New York Pro, then he would.
It's a good show,
he would
man.
help. Yeah, and I was like, you asking for a lot. Then I got somebody in Florida who wants me to do one of the shows in September or August, September, one of the two of those. But I had originally said that even coming into finishing up this prep that I wasn't going to compete till at least mid-2020 regardless of the result. I'm going to try to stick to that, but I gotta make sure things are right at home,
Right.
of course. And that'll also be, you know, my anniversary, my 10-year will be in 2020 as well, in May. So we'll see. If something happens, you know, if things move quicker than what I expect, I may compete next year, but it'll probably be the tail end. But right now, I want to really, because I gotta figure out if it's gonna be classic. Then I really don't need to get to. I want to get to 230. I probably need to stay around 215, 220. That way I come down to 180 with no problem. But if I want to do 212, I really want to get to my goal to 230, just to see how I look at that. So I'll see.
Well, if you do decide to compete, you're gonna let me know, right?
Oh yeah.
That way I can get you behind up in here again.
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta ask you a question that you probably didn't expect me to ask you. So I've been watching your Instagram stories, and right leading up to the show, and I think even after you turned pro, you were saying it seemed like you was having some type of, I don't know if it was beef or like somebody was hating on you or whatever. You kept mentioning, you know, people saying that they kind of felt like you didn't really earn your place, the overall win at the Lee Haney, that they were saying that they didn't agree. And then you went on to the to nationals, and then you were bringing up how you see how sporty he is, you see how humble he is. You know what I'm saying? That's how you should be. You should accept your weaknesses and accept what you have that you need to work on.
Right.
I do. I remember you said that. So who the hell was he talking about? Who is this person?
So it was two different people, believe it or not.
Okay.
So y'all, you know, when I did the Haney, I moved here. The only reason I did it because it was a local show. I moved here. I said, why not? It's on the way to Nationals, 3 weeks away. Let's do it. We didn't do any prep for it. We just slapped on the tan, weighed in. At weigh-in,
Oh God.
the dude, I put his name out because I don't care. The dude, Walt, Dobbs, Dibbs, whatever, his coach saw me weighing in before him. And I weighed in, and then he said, how much you weigh? And I told him. He said, you 30 pounds lighter than my guy. You look great. I said, yeah. He said, I added you on Facebook. I said, I don't remember. I don't know you. So he said, I looked at it. I accepted it. So go on, compete, you know. And then, of course, I won the overall. His guy won the heavyweight. Light heavy, rather. He won light heavy. And I won the overall. Oh, sorry, I won the heavy. What the hell am I talking about? And then I said, you know, he's supposed to go to Nationals. And after, you know, we walking out, I said, you know, good job, y'all, see you at Nationals. He said, no, we're not going. So I laughed, inside I laughed. So afterwards, he posting and whatnot about how his guy got points from Lee Haney and on video and all this stuff and that. And then he posted something, you know, it said he don't know how his guy got beat out for the overall somehow, and started calling out politics. So I'm like, man, I'm not even from here.
Exactly.
You know, I just walked in I said, it's not my fault that my 80% is better than, you know, your 100%. You know, after you approach me, complimented me, and I turn around and beat your guy as you probably should have expected because you saw how I looked.
Right.
You know, don't do that. But he did. You know, and then he unfriended me.
So that's when you kind of knew.
When I knew, yeah. That's when I knew, you know, that he was just throwing shade. He unfriended me.
So who was the other person?
The other person, so this guy, man, we was Instagram friends for a few years when I lived in Cincinnati. He had his business beginning, I had mine, so we supported one another, wearing each other's apparel and whatnot. He moved out here to Georgia before I did. He's with Beast Factory and all of them.
Okay.
And he did the Haney. Had the Class B physique, pink shorts or whatnot.
Okay.
You know, and I know him. I was telling this when he came down the stage. I said, you know, you need to do this for your pose and whatnot, kind of fix it. I said, you know, you look good. You know, I didn't know he was going to nationals. But when he broke he's going to nationals, I was like, okay. So I just watched his story going to the nationals, and when he came down that weigh-ins for check-ins for nationals, I'm sitting there saying, man, you glad you're here, you know. I said, just letting you know right now. I said, what you about to see out here on the stage for conditioning level, you know, it's gonna be tough, you know. But I complimented him and told him, you got a good physique, but it's more than just having abs. And all he has is abs. You know, all he has is abs. And I told him, I said, you know, it's gonna be, I said, you know, just come down here and get the experience. I said, but the condition they're looking for down here is, you know, it's a different level. He took that as me saying that he wasn't in condition, so physique didn't go to Saturday. So Friday night, I'm laying in bed watching Instagram and hearing the story in the gym the day before a show, trying to get in shape and say some competitors tonight got enough conditioning. So what I did was message him. I said, no, tag me next time because I'm the one that said it. You know, be a man about it. But he got humbled like you did. He got third call-outs, you know. He got third call-outs. And, but when I was Sporty, I was telling me, I had Sporty, you know, I saw him here. I said, yo, that dude's going to be a pro. We both said that.
Yeah.
But this being his first year, you know, he came from physique to classic, and we get down there.
You're talking about Barry, right?
Barry, right. We getting down there, and I'm sitting in the stands, and I'm like, okay. And Barry gets second call out.
Yeah.
Pose like crazy, small waist. He got things you can't teach. Small waist, pose and structure, all of that.
Yeah.
Just not big enough.
Right.
What did he do? He didn't drop his head. He didn't do nothing. The guy that he got a second call-outs with, some guy with the gold hair, was huge. But guess what? He couldn't pose. Yeah. So they put him down to second call-outs because he couldn't pose, and they put Barry down because he just wasn't big enough. The winner was huge.
Right.
Barry was 180 something.
Yeah.
The winner was about 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So Barry made his pose, you know, thanking everybody and whatnot, and
I saw Barry actually celebrating the winners
he
on camera live.
Exactly, man. So you got to accept your L's, especially in this sport because it's a subjective sport. When I first won my first overall, I'd already won first place, 2 actually. And the MC was like, at the meeting, he said, some of you would never win a show, let alone win a class. And I chuckled, because I already knew. I mean, I just won my class, and I lost overall. That even though I won overall. Right. And it's hard, you know? And when you go to nationals, it's even harder, because now everybody should be at the top of their game.
Right.
And these judges are going to pick and choose, you know, and it is a thing of size and conditioning as well, but when a person has all of it together, they're gonna win. And unfortunately, you know, Barry don't have that size yet, but this is new, you know. And I'm sure next year gonna come back. Him and Lloyd will come back and bigger and better. I told him to go ahead and do the very first pro qualifier, Junior USA's, and I might go there and support him. You know, the dude's humble. He wants it, and he respects the sport. You know, he don't trying to cheat the game.
Right. Yo, so I got another question. You know, one of my friends, Keon. You know who Keon is.
Yeah.
What do you think about Keon? You know, he's obviously the young gun. He's already got his feet wet at the Tampa. Took second. Being that you know him, I know him. He's from Atlanta. He's doing the Arnold in March. How do you think he's going to do, man? I know you don't know who else is competing, probably.
I mean, you don't know who's coming, but it don't matter, man.
What do you think he's going to do?
I don't think it matters who else is competing unless Breon comes. Unless Breon comes.
You don't think he could beat Breon?
No. That's what I'm saying. I mean, because you got to remember, if Breon comes and Breon's on point and he already got the name, he's already Mr. O.
Right.
At that stage, it might be hard to take him. But as we saw at Tampa, all he had to do was step up side by side to Henry and show confidence in his pose because
I told him that,
Henry was taller than him. That's it.
He fell back.
Yeah, and that's it. That dude's not. He is easily an Olympian right now. So with him, it's just you gotta have that confidence. Him being so young and he earned it so quick. Yeah, it was an experience like whoa. So maybe he felt like and that happens in each sport. Yeah, you get out there, and you know you got talent, but somebody else is gonna have that that flair because they know they may be lacking in something, so they're gonna do something else to get the attention. I think that's what Henry did. He stood in front of him, great smile, but you see Henry plays well at the Olympics.
Yeah.
So you got second to that guy. He probably should have been there.
Yeah.
So now for him going to the Arnold, working with Flex, it's time to get yourself out there, get to the Olympia, get you in because he's right there.
He's right there.
I would say that if he can go to the Olympia this coming season, he easily top 5.
I agree.
Easily.
I agree.
It's too easy, man. He's got everything.
So who's your favorite bodybuilder right now, man? Out of every bodybuilder in the game.
Man, my favorite?
Yeah.
He about to be out of the game, but it's Dex, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Dex.
I just had a 45-minute conversation on the phone with him yesterday because we about to work on something together.
Yeah, it's Dex, man.
That's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, yo, that's all I got for you today, man. I appreciate you taking the time to sit with me. I don't know if you want to shout out anybody out or if you got anything coming up that you want everybody to know about.
No.
Nothing?
Of course, Southern
Muscle,
of course, man. That dude,
the athletes.
Yeah, exactly. Them, Coach Blue, and then Apex Muscle Journal. Those guys was down in Miami as well.
Okay.
I got a Facebook Live interview with them in a few hours anyway.
Oh, cool.
And then everybody that's been supporting me, man, they saw that I'm authentic. I'm the same person in person as I'm on social media. It ain't no different. I'm gonna give it to you straight. If you come to me correct, you're in my circle and I trust you. So.
That's what's up. But that's all we got, my people. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's the Kid Plot, Leland Devaughn. We out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe here to make sure to stay up to date with all the videos. And make sure to hit the notification button.